Hey there, how there, ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another ASG Golf video as we are doing the Earlies 2010s tournament. And it is one of the most hectic things around. We have a last chance qualifier for 2025. You win this tournament, you go to Augusta alongside other members of the Earlies 10s to win. That being Justin Thomas, Alan Robertson, Bobby Jones, Dustin Johnson, James Braid, Brooks Koepka, Max Smith, Jason Day, Johnny McDermott, Jim Thompson, and Harry Farden. So who will join that group and make the 12 automatic spots in the Earlies 10s to qualify? Whereas we will have 10 gentlemen who will make up a wildcard tournament and the top 6 move on. There will be Gene Saracen, Young Tom Morris, Craig Wood, Bob Ferguson, Foran Olsen, Jamie Anderson, Sandy Hurd, Rory McIlroy, and Jack White. And of course the runner-up in this tournament. We will, of course, have the highlights of the wild card before we start our coverage of the 70s, 90s final week and all that. So we have Walter Travis and J.H. Taylor. As we look at the bracket, Walter Travis at the bottom. Walter Travis, his first matchup was against Alex Smith. And it was back and forth until Travis took over from the 13th onwards. And then he faced Xander Schauffele. Schauffele did have a 1-up lead, but Travis just blanked him on the back 9. And then in the mat at 32 against Sun Noel. Noel had a quick 2-up lead, but Travis kept things in retrospect. And then he beat Henry Picard a little easier. He didn't have to really make a massive comeback, if you will. On Friday in the quarterfinals against Ola Dutra, it was down to the nitty-gritty. Dutra was up by 2 with 5 to play, but Travis pulled off 4 straight holes and he wins. And yesterday in the semifinals against Paul Runyon, he looked pretty good. Runyon did win 3 straight holes, but ran out of magic. So you have Walter Travis versus J.H. Taylor. How did he get through? Well, he actually had to play a playoff with Willie Campbell after Campbell won on 18. So he won on the second playoff hole. J.H. Taylor against Russell Knox. It was 50-50 until late for Taylor. And then against Bob Ferguson, a runner-up who was trying to go from second to first. He looked pretty good on the back 9. And then against Bryson Rochambeau, Bryson actually came through and tied through 13, but Taylor won 3 straight holes. And then on Friday against Stuart Gardner, it was a dog fight, and he managed to win it. And yesterday against Jordan Spieth, it was a dogfight for like 10 holes, but Spieth just lost it afterwards. So we're hoping to see who will win. The odds are on J.H. Taylor, but we'll see what happens. Let's tee off. Here's Walter Travis. Walter Travis left center and Scott Taylor. J.H. Taylor. Does that. Taylor up in Travis. Let's flip it up. Travis, second shot, Royal Melbourne, trying to remember how his hole in his home country. Taylor for the hole. On to 2 at Muirfield. Does he drive the green? Travis. To the right-hand side, try that corner. He's in the rough. Taylor, up and over. Travis. Heaven punch. Yeah. Well, at least he didn't hit the water. I was like, fuck, he's going to hit the water. For par. He does have a birdie putt. He puts through and he gets it. As Brother County down in his neck of the woods, Europe. Left side, Travis. Nice shot down the middle. Second shot. Up and over. Yeah, you know what? We'll just do the wild card stuff at the end of the Sunday stuff because it's gonna get fast. It's gonna be fast enough. Taylor just had to hit the one bunker. What you're not supposed to do. Taylor, Travis, letter keys for par. No, he missed by 2 feet. Travis for the hole. And that's 1 for him. And now on to 4. Kuran over the water. No. J.H. Taylor. Fuck. That's right. Taylor. For bogey. For the hole. Wow, how do you miss a 4-footer to time that? That could be the secret thing. Oh, let's go right. 1-5 at Pine Valley. Go check down the middle. J.H. Taylor. Look at Travis. Up and J.H. Ah, he hit wide right. Losing a bunch of trouble. Travis, clean. Not super clean, but hey, he didn't hit the water. Didn't hit the tree. Good shot. Nice shot. For bogey. Too much. Travis for the hole. We're tied. Under the Belfry on 6. Up and over. Taylor. For birdie. For birdie. Damn it. Travis for the hole. No. You got a chance. On to 7 at Oakmont. To the left side, it's a massive bunker. Taylor. Nicely done. Drive down. Down the hill, baby. Downhill. Up and over. Oof. Hit the bunker. For the hole. Too much. Travis for bogey. Can still win the hole. On to Shadow Creek. Whoa, that's wide left. Mr. Travis. Wide left himself.
All right.
He's allowed to. Well, because he hit red, he's allowed to use his pusher. Travis missed. That's gonna hurt JH, right? Probably. I think so. I think that's helped him for double. Nope. Taylor. Good chance to win the hole. Just tap it in, baby. He's back up to 2. On to 9 at turn ready. And you know Travis, up and over. And wide right. Taylor. Wide right as well. J.H. Taylor is now half away from winning this match. 5 for him, 2 for Travis, and 2 ties. But yeah, J.H. Taylor looking pretty good. Now, none of these gentlemen have won an ASG tournament, so they would have their maiden victory and the trip.
All right.
I mean, Travis might have a chance to qualify still. He still will have one more chance. After you take second place out of 144 people, you get sometimes reward. And it is 10 people instead of 12. We'll explain before the next hole. Taylor up, Taylor. Oh my god, he almost did it again. Travis for the hole. He's got to do something. Not by 3. That's all right. That's 5. We go to belly button or belly button. So yeah, 12 people. You would say, oh, it's a 12-person wildcard tournament. It's actually 10. Reason being is that, well, James Braid took first in January, but he won in May, which meant that his second place thing is null and void. And also, Craig Wood has had 2 runner-up finishes in April and August. So that means that, that takes away a spot. So it is 10 people. It is a good number. Now, there is actually some good news for Craig Wood. Because he has multiple runner-up finishes, well, remember, it's the top 6. Or practically, if you lead after the first, second, or third rounds of the makeup tournament, if you will, then you practically get yourself into the then you get in as 3 of the 6 wildcard spots. But if you don't get top 6, Craig Wood does have a little bit of an advantage. If he gets 7 for 8, he'll technically qualify. But anyway, here's Taylor. Travis. He is trying to put it down into the bin. Travis. Over everything. There's Taylor. Right there. Well, trying to play it for trumps. And a nice shot there, 2 yards away. Travis. For par. What a mistake by Taylor. Travis now has been opening. He would have got by 3 or 7 today. Here's Taylor. Travis on 12. Beth Page. Well, he goes to the far end of the bunker. Taylor. He's technically in the bunker. I thought that roll was going to help him. Taylor. Well, I think this will be par. No, Travis botched it. So Taylor gets his 3-up lead back. Under 13, one of the holes you'll see at Augusta. Only if you qualify. 22 men will be doing this tournament. Anyway, so that second shot over everything. Taylor. Going for it. Not a bad idea. Travis is red, so he's allowed to go around. Yeah, if your thing is red, you have to jump over it. Well, I don't blame JH for going for the gusto. I mean, you have a chance to go up by 4 with 5 to go. And ISIS. Travis, oh my gosh, he missed. He could have been missed twice. And Taylor's got to go back up by 4 with 5 to go. So Walter Travis may have just botched it. It's 2 good putts to cut it down to at least 1 or 2. I'm in 1 row because he's on by 3 with 5 to go. Travis, up and over. He hit that bunker. Taylor. Well, he doesn't hit the bunker. Not the best shot in the world, but sometimes you just don't care. And nice shot by Taylor. For par. Nope. Taylor for the hole. That's good. Now put Walter Travis in a spot. They almost are ready to give the trophy to J.H. Taylor. Oh, he hit the bunker. Travis. Now, Taylor doesn't have to win any holes. He just can't lose them. Up over it. Oh, wow. Opening spot for Travis. Oh, let's see if Travis can be opening this time. Taylor's going to be nitpickingly close. Travis needs his 8-footer. That's it. Keep going. On to 16. This is the rocky hole. Missed. Taylor. He doesn't go in the water. Nice job off the rocks and onto the fairway. That counts. So Walter Travis Nice shot there, but Taylor 14 foot. He's got like 2 chances. He overshoots it. Second time for charm, and J.H. Taylor is your champion here at Great Hole. So J.H. Taylor will win his first ever ASG tournament, which means he will be going to Augusta on New Year's Day. Walter Travis gave it everything he got, but Taylor just had it. I think the front 9, it was almost back and forth on the back 9. Like Travis did give Taylor fits. It was all square through 6, but Travis never had the lead. J.H. Taylor does his job. He wins. Travis will take second, but Travis will have a chance. So Craig Wood has a double chance. And Craig Wood has a double chance. So we'll set up the 10-person tournament. And, okay, so stroke play. Wild card 2024. Yeah, 60 minutes, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go to random.org and go from 1 to 26. So this will be alphabet. The first number will be based on the alphabet, and then for the wildcard match. Now the wildcard course will not be one that I own. Generate. It is a 18, so that's an R. Let's see here. We're going to be at Ridgewood. So Ridgewood will host the wild card. So we're just going to make sure that we select the 10 players. All right, so this is by alphabet, right? All right, so let's get our 10 names down. Okay, Saracen should be up there. So Saracen. There's Saracen. I kind of figured. Young Tom Morris. He should be up there. There he is. James Brady. No, there. Craig Wood. I don't see Wood. Do you see Wood? Craig Wood. There he is. A spot. Bob Ferguson. There he is. A spot. Fjordborn Olsen. He'll probably be down near the end because of. Oh, there he is. He's an A golfer. Sweet. Jack. Jamie Anderson. Yep. Check. Sandy Hurd. Check. Rory McIlroy. Macaroni. Check. Jack White. Do 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 do. There he is. And Walter Travis. I don't know if he's a good golfer or not. Walter Travis. Travis. Oh, he's a C spot. Yeah, he's a C golfer. Walter Travis, and he took second place. Nice. All right, so we have 10 entries. Yeah, you're top 10 in ties, so you make the cut. All right. So basically, it's a tee off and all that you could do. All right, so here are the rules for the wild card. To make it in as a wild card, you have to be the leader after 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds. You're in, and then it's the next 3 down. If you are leading after round 2, but you have already made it through round 1, or you lead after the 3rd round, but you're already one of the 2, then it goes to the next person down. We're going to quick play. So here we go. Tee off. And young Tom Morris -6. So young Tom Morris gets one of the wild card spots automatically. Craig Wood is in 7th place. Well, he beat young Tom, beating Olsen and McIlroy at -4 each. So Olsen and McIlroy had it. Young Tom Morris -6. So thanks to that, young Tom Morris has got one of the 6 wildcard spots. Guaranteed. He doesn't have a tournament win. Nobody gets a tournament win in the wildcard. It just wouldn't be fair. All right, round 2. Saracen Eagles to go to -5 and put himself in second place. Make Eagle for young Tom Morris. He doesn't have to win this tournament. He knows he's in. And he is in the lead at 11 under par. He's looking pretty good. Rory McIlroy is second at -7. So because young Tom Morris is in after round 1, he can't be, well, he's leading after round 2, but his spot doesn't matter. So it goes to Rory, who's next in line. Then Rory gets in at -7. So Rory is in Augusta. Yeah, we don't even know. Right now, Craig Wood is 7th. But Craig Wood does have the benefit of a doubt because of the fact that he won multiple runner-up he had multiple runner-up finishes, so he gets like 7th and 8th place. He's allowed to qualify. All right, here we go. Round 3. Triple bogey by Craig Wood to +3. He better be careful. If he's in the bottom 2, he won't qualify. Tee off. Young Tom Morris at -16. Well, he's cruising to this, but this doesn't count. Rory -5. He's second right now. Gene Saracen is sneaking in, and he's at -4 ahead of Travis and Anderson. So Gene Saracen, the legend with that double eagle in 1935, he is in. So young Tom Morris, Rory, and Saracen, 3 powerful golfers, are still in. So it looks pretty good. Craig Wood is dead last, 5 shots back. Wood knows he can't. If he's in the bottom 2, Wood is not going to be able to get his back-to-back. His 2 runner-up finishes won't help him this time. Right now, it looks like Travis, Anderson, and Hurd would all get in. Ferguson -1, Olsen and Jack White even par. Craig Wood +5. So right now, we know young Tom, we know Rory's in, we know Gene's in. The race will be now for who gets the last 3 wildcard spots. Here we go. Tee off. Craig Wood Eagles to +3. He's trying to make a comeback. Triple bogey by Jamie Anderson to +1. That drops him to 9th. And that's it. Young Tom Morris wins the whole thing at -16. He didn't have to do anything. Gene Saracen second. Sandy Hurd and Walter Travis both at -3. They will qualify. So Hurd's in, Travis is in. Just a couple days ago, Travis took second in the match play. Travis with his -3 will get in to Augusta as is, thankfully enough. So young Tom Morris is in, Saracen's in, McIlroy was in, Sandy in, Walter in, and by 1 stroke, Bob Ferguson will get in. So the Eddie Geik lookalike sneaks past Olsen and Anderson by 1 stroke. That triple bogey by Anderson screwed him up. He would have been in, and it would have been him in, Ferguson out. Jack White, even par. Craig Wood +5. 2 runner-up finishes. He had the benefit of a doubt to take top 8, but he doesn't even get there. So Craig Wood botches his chance. So it will be Ferguson just ahead of Olsen and Anderson to get into the trip to Augusta. So that's a big job there. So commiserations to Olsen, Anderson, Jack White, and Craig Wood. They will not qualify for Augusta. And okay, so let's look at the 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, right? 4, 4, 8, 4, 8, 4, 8, 4. 13-5. Yeah. So the split was 8. 8 of the 12 winners were from the early days. 4 tournament winners from the 2010s. 5 of the 6 wildcard spots go to guys from the from the early days. So we'll have 13 guys from the early days and only 5 from the 2010s who will qualify for the trip to Augusta. Yeah, Olsen was the only 2 guys from the 2010s got into the wild card. Rory and Olsen. Olsen missed out. So let's see. Ferguson on 18. He finished par. Olsen finished par birdie par, and Anderson finished birdie birdie, but missed by 1 stroke. Now, of course, the rule would have been if it was a tie, then we go to whoever had the lead in the first round. And I think Ferguson probably had the lead on Anderson after 1 round, so he would have won the tiebreak. So yeah, so Saracen, Youngtown Morris, Bob Ferguson, Rory McIlroy, Sandy Hurd, and Walter Travis, who just got past second place, losing to J.H. Taylor in the match play. Travis will sneak in and get in to Augusta. So great job by these 6 gentlemen. In case you're wondering, the 3 previous winners, Jason Day, Vic Gessie, and Anthony Kim, kind of get a bit of a pass through to get to Augusta. Now Jason Day is in. Well, Jason Day won a tournament. Yeah, because he was in the early 10s. Yeah, Jason Day, the winner of the first tournament, he won at St. Andrews. So he won anyway. So yeah, so we didn't have to worry about him. Now, if he had not won a tournament and have taken second place in a tournament, he would have actually been given one of the wild card spots, right? Yes. Yeah. So he would have been given one of the 6 wild card spots. Would have been Jason Day's for sure, and then everyone else would have had to fight for 5 wild card spots. Vic Gessie right now has a second place in the 40-60s in January. So if Gessie does not win the 40-60s match play in a couple of weeks, then he will automatically get one of the 6 wildcard spots, and then everyone else will have to fight for 5 wildcard spots. Anthony Kim does not have a top 2 finish. Now, if Anthony Kim does not get a top 2 finish, he will qualify for the wildcard tournament no matter what. So at worst, when you win the year-end tournament in Augusta, you go to the wildcard tournament. And since Anthony Kim does not have a top 2 finish, he will be added to the wildcard tournament. Guaranteed. But he'll have to play for the wildcard. I mean, if he took second place, he gets in as one of the wildcards. If he wins the tournament, obviously he's in anyhow. So, yeah, just basically that's all you're going to get. So I feel bad for Craig Wood. Back to back. I mean, he's had 2 runner finishes, but he fails. So Youngtown Morris, Saracen, Sandy Hurd, Walter Travis, Rory McIlroy, and Bob Ferguson are headed to Augusta through the wildcard. We'll have a new group coming up tomorrow. That'll be the 70s, 90s. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.